Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're in Black Desert. It's a bit of a different vibe, not something I usually do, but I wanted to get a baseline of where I am currently in the game. Let you guys know that I am jumping back into Black Desert. You will see content for it, at least over on the Twitch channel, I imagine. I'm not sure I'm going to do YouTube videos, because I'm not a great editor, and I don't have money to pay an editor. So you're not going to get massively well-edited videos. It's mostly going to just be me yapping at the screen, showing you guys what I'm working on, what I'm doing, and maybe a couple of clips in between. Just fair warning, so you guys know what you're getting into at the very beginning. But that's a really long intro. I guess I'll just roll my intro. Now that that's done. Um, Yeah, so where am I in this account itself? So just to give you guys some backstory as far as what we're doing, kind of like where we were before this. We did make one BDO video before this, I think at the beginning of the year, close to the beginning of the year. I started out as a ninja. I played Awakening Ninja for a good bit of time. I do have this problem when I pick up games where I value aesthetics over pretty much everything. If I don't like the way my character looks, like I'm a big optimizer, right? Like I like dealing a lot of damage, but I don't like the way I look while dealing that damage. It just doesn't feel good to me. So aesthetics are a big portion of this. It was weird to try to figure out like how I feel about something like this. Like I was like, oh, why does this matter so much to me in the end, at the end of the day? Because like I am very much an optimizer. I do like pushing for being optimal. And I say optimal over meta because not everything optimal is meta, but everything meta is optimal, if that makes sense. Basically you can want to do something and there's an optimal way of doing that thing that you want to do, but doesn't mean that it's actually going to be meta. At the end of the day, I'm a person who values the optimal side of things over pushing for exactly what meta is. It's like playing a class or a character that you know isn't good, but you want to play them as well as you possibly can, no matter what the situation itself is. Because you like optimizing for that level of damage, even though you're playing maybe like, bottom tier, bottom 25% or whatever it happens to be. That's kind of like a backstory of how I am when it comes to picking characters and what I like to play. And in Black Desert, it completely fucked me up. So I started out with Ninja, and then I made a Musa. Musa was just primarily for my low end grinding spots because I didn't want to play a Zerker. Zerker is fantastic for low end grinding spots and is extraordinarily fast, or Successions, or excuse me, is extraordinarily fast for all this process itself, but I like the way the Musa looked better. So I went with Musa. Musa's also capable of doing a lot of these things. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and go with Musa. And now Centaurs is not going to destroy my hands while I try to grind it on Ninja. So we went with Musa, had a good time, and just kind of went from there. And that's mostly for characters out of necessity. I made a Scholar when Scholar came out, leveled it just to level it. It was fun, had a good time. Scholar was actually a lot of fun to play. I made an Archer primarily to kind of come to a midpoint with the guild I was in at the time. Originally I joined them because I didn't really care what people did. They were like, yeah, if you want to be PvE and you want to just do PvE stuff, you can do PvE stuff. So they started getting into PvP, and then they slowly turned into you have to PvP or you have to leave sort of guild. Kind of a bummer, but is what it is. This was kind of like my midway point of, hey, I'll try something that's more PvP oriented. I'm not great at Ninja. I'm not even going to put myself through that. So I went with Archer, and I still really wasn't feeling it all that much. But hey, he's here, he's leveled, and it ain't look half bad. I heard Succession Berserker was crazy good, was crazy easy to play, and both those things were right. Didn't really like this the actual overall like aesthetic of Berserker, or just Zerker in general. And until I found this skin, I was like, you know what? We'll give it a try, and it was cool. Had a lot of fun. Fun fact about Zerker, I totally screwed up playing Succession Zerker for like a few levels while I was leveling him, trying to figure out why I couldn't do some of the combos we're doing, is because I did not have skills in the primed skills. I didn't switch my skills over to prime. So yeah, don't make the same mistakes I do. Be better, do better. I also played Awakening Hash for a while, but much like Ninja, it was high APM, not as high as Ninja, but it was fairly high APM, and didn't have the best time playing it. Now he just sits at Nuver consistently. And then Dosa came out, and Dosa I played, and it was actually a lot of fun. I only played it for like a day or two initially, and just like through leveling it and getting it power leveled after a while, it was just a lot of fun to play overall. So I was really finally feeling like I wanted to play Black Desert. When a class came out that I wanted to grind on, I actually felt like I wanted to play Black Desert. Before that, I didn't really feel like I wanted to do anything. Like everything was kind of like forced. It felt like not really fun, more like I was doing chores more or less, and that just doesn't feel great when it comes to playing any MMO. So Dosa feels awesome. I'm actually really enjoying the time I've spent on it, the little amount of time I spent on it so far. But that's kind of where we are. I'm going to pop over to Garmoth to kind of show you guys my gear, because I recorded a video before this of like where I was starting like from fresh, not from fresh, but like when I'm basically just coming back to the game, but I played for a day. And that video, unfortunately, I was really dumb and I forgot to turn off my super loud AC unit, and you guys can hear it the entire video. So while editing, I finally got frustrated and was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna use some clips from it and then we'll call it a day from there. I'll do another video where I just talk about everything and show everything off. So let me hop over to Garmoth to show you guys where we started, and then I'll show you where we are currently. All right, so here's where we were, at least. I was still AFK fishing and grabbing event rewards in BDO pretty consistently, even in the background, since I do play on a 2 PC setup. I have that overall, or the overhead space to go ahead and continue having this run in the background as I'm playing other things. So I mostly just checked on BDO at the beginning and the end of the day each day, and mostly just sold my fish because I was just AFK fishing the entire time. Took advantage of anything I could and just kind of set it aside for that moment where I was like, you know what, when this happens, I'll be playing BDO anyway, so might as well take advantage of all this stuff. Got the Jay's hammer and sold it and everything like that. Sold it very quickly, so I made quite a bit of money off of that. And I bought things like Caphras at min price consistently, and everything I needed for that stuff. Purchased all my flames. I bought actually all 3 flames. Haven't bought the one for the boots yet, but I purchased my helmet, my chest piece, and my gloves flames, which I kind of regret purchasing the helmet flame. I probably should have waited and just farmed out the flames for the helmet, because I was already like 30 in roughly. But I didn't want to stay in that zone anymore. I wanted to go somewhere else. So I bought all 3 flames, and then I C10 to my helmet instead first. Well, I should have C10 to my chest piece, to be honest, and used that flame and then farmed out the rest I needed for the helmet. But you know, we're already here now. So I C10 to my gloves, C10 to my helmet, left those both at 4. I want to get those to 6, but I left them both at 4. I had done my Jatinas, the Crescent Jatinas, which was a struggle when they came out with the second one, because holy crap, you need a lot of resources. And I got the free pen Black Star, which I did take the main hand for, just because I knew I was going to be playing Dosa. But man, they probably should have waited on this thing. To get a free pen Black Star is kind of wild. Maybe they should have gone with Tet and like been like, oh hey, this one is 35 out of 40 of the Agris, of the guarantee of the pity, right? So you only have to tap on it 5 times, and if you get it earlier than that, then you're super lucky, whatever, right? Like, they probably should have done something like that. I understand they wanted to give everyone one of these, that way when the new weapon came out that you could just go for it immediately, but maybe wait until the new weapon came out. Getting a best in slot weapon on par with people who've been tapping for an excessive amount of time feels kind of bad for those people. I'm happy. This is great for me because I needed it, but like, if I was a veteran player, I'd be kind of annoyed. I wouldn't be pissed because, like, you know, you have what you have for a long period of time. Eventually other people are going to get to catch up substantially easier. That's just the case in MMOs and how things tend to go. But I think, while I do think the curve in BDO is a bit weird at times, at certain points where they expect you to grind for a long amount of time for minimal upgrades, I think this one was kind of how can I put this, like a sharp turn the other direction, almost like a whiplash in a sense, on the opposite side of the spectrum. So that's just my thoughts on the pen Black Star really quick here, but hey, I'm happy I have it because I needed it, so super dope. The only thing that was sad was that they gave us a Tet weapon and then they gave us a pen weapon right afterwards, and most people who needed the Tet Black Star probably grabbed the Tet Black Star that they needed, and now they have a pen. And if they didn't have, like, if they didn't have another Black Star already, now they have to grab a pen in the other slot, which may not be for the class or for the spec that they're playing, which is very awkward. Imagine if you were awakening and you got, yo, hey, I got my free Tet Black Star, and then they're like, hey, here's a free pen, and you're like, oh well, now I gotta get a pen main hand instead of getting another awakening weapon. It's a very strange place to be in. Also, this is not a mistake. Yes, we did get a Garmoth's Heart. I got insanely lucky. Just so you guys know how my luck works, it comes in spurts. When I'm lucky, I'm extraordinarily lucky, but for a very long period of time, I'm usually very, very, very unlucky. Usually get raked over the coals by luck pretty hardcore. So, but When it comes to BDO, the Holy Grail is getting a Garmoth's Heart. I know people have not even gotten one in all the time that they've played. So getting your Garmoth's Heart is insanely lucky. I was very happy to get that. So got our Garmoth's Heart. That was super dope. And that's pretty much it. I mean, as far as journals go, we were at chapter 9 on our journals. We were working on them, but then got irritated with the step where we had to get the ecology or whatever. That was super annoying. I don't know where I am with my quests. I got to double check and everything. I know I've done Barrier of Infestation. I know I've done the Gift for Papu. I know I've done Land of the Morning Light. I know I've done the Doug Heavy's Gift one. I'm pretty sure I've done this one as well. I don't know about Mother's Warning. I don't know about this here. I'm not 100% sure. I know you can find out in the journals, but I think the journals are kind of annoying to read through, and I don't want to ask anyone else about it. It's really annoying. So I'll figure it out and kind of get this updated and set up, but I'm pretty sure this is correct for the most part. Probably could just check this against what I have in game, but my stats have changed since then, so it'll be a little weird to figure out. This is kind of like where we were before I started messing around with stuff and actually upgrading things and getting what I wanted to get. So let's pop into game now, and I can show you guys where we are and talk about what happened in that other video. All right, so here we are in game. So what we currently have, or what our current gear is we did get our Libresca helmet. We grabbed our Don's gloves. We have our Marnie's pocket watch set up with our Garmoth's Heart. And we're sitting at 286 AP with 384 DP. So we're sitting pretty comfortably as far as gear goes. That's not the entire story though. Yes, we did get our Libresca and our Dons to Distorted, so we did get them to Duo, but that was a hard fought journey, let me tell you. All right, let's get this process started. It's minus 30 durability each time we fail. We're going for pry. Hopefully we get an easy pry tap.
Oh, dang it.
This is going to be painful.
Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
You win.
Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
As I said, I can't believe we're this many taps in. Okay. 161. 11 taps in. We're gonna have to get a pity for this freaking helmet, dude. That is insane. Oh, dude, have to get a pity for the helmet's gonna be painful. Or we don't. We get the Duo. The helmet's the first one to go. All right. So that's one. Everything afterwards is going to be croned. It looks like it's 2k crons to try it. All right, cool. So the helmet is done. Let's see if we can get some gloves action in, shall we? All right, so these gloves are probably gonna be super painful. Maybe. I'm going to be smart about this. We're gonna hit off the 160 stack. I know it's kind of the 150 stack. I know it's kind of wild to jump to a 150 stack. I understand that. However, we haven't been getting lucky, and I think it wants the 160 stack. I feel like this is a gross misuse of resources. And as I said, it wanted the 150 stack. However, that was mostly me getting, what's the word I'm looking for? That was the universe kind of getting back at me for the other thing that we did. We're 5 taps in on this. Why do I still not have enough crowns? Oh, I have plenty of crowns. I'm looking at the wrong number. Okay. I was like, why do I still not have enough crowns? What is going on? All right. So we have a 263 stack. It is a 5.0 5.24% chance. I don't know why I'm saying sorry. That is correct. So, let's see if I'm right. This is just proof streamer luck's not real. And here you go. There it is. You have got to be kidding me. So the student of you might have noticed. Well, let's not look at that mistake. So let's pretend that's not there. Might notice something that's in here. So we got our pen awakening weapon. We did a single tap at the end of that video and it just kind of worked out. A bit weird because of how that was set up. I'm sure you guys saw, but it just kind of worked out. Like I said, when my luck comes in, it comes in pretty massively. Oh, hang on. Probably something that's weirding you guys out. Apologies. Hate that that happens. So annoying. Anyway, but yeah, so we got pretty lucky with getting our pen. So whenever Awakening comes out for Dosa, fingers crossed, they decided to go something similar to like either Awakening Lawn or what I think would be even cooler, be something similar to that of Awakening Dark Knight with the 2 floating swords. Though I would prefer Awakening Lawn set up with the 2 swords, 2 very big scimitar looking weapons. I think it would fit better with the 2 floating swords aesthetic, but I digress. We have sidetracked. We did get our pen Black Star, so that's super cool. As far as where we are, we were working on journals last night, so I can pull up our journals to see where we are. We did get up to 12. We do need to go kill Kudum. I think I have missed him today. He's probably going to pop up at some point later, so we'll make sure we keep an eye out for that. As far as our goals moving forward, we need to get taken care of. We're going to work on more of our journals. I do need to find a good grind spot to go ahead and jump into. Probably going to be checking out a couple of videos, see what people recommend as far as grind spots. But we want to go ahead and replace our earrings with Tet Distos, I believe. So I want to get 2 Tet Distortion earrings. There'll be a nice jump of AP. We'll lose some DP, but we have some DP to spare at the moment because of going in with our Distorted Dawn's gloves and our Distorted Lepresca. We want to push Caphras. I'm probably going to Caphras both my Red Nose armor and my Uragon's boots to 6, and then push the Red Nose armor all the way up to 10. For a very comfortable spot. That way we have a decent amount of DP. And then after the distos and we get that, we'll probably go for our Vel's Heart. So that's kind of where I am at the moment. I know, yeah, the Khan's Heart, kind of a bummer, kind of a throw there, but it is what it is. We have it, we're going to use it. So we should be good to go there. And that's pretty much all we've got at the moment. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I forgot. Oh yeah, the streaming thing. I think I briefly mentioned it. It might have been in a different recording. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I go through quite a few recordings in a day. But I do plan on streaming BDO. I have heard tons of times Blue telling people, or Blue Squadron telling people, hey, you just stream BDO, you'll get partnered. I don't believe it. I don't believe it in the slightest. Maybe he's talking about that individual person that they're like, hey, look, you are such a great streamer and you were such a great personality that if you just streamed a BDO that you would probably get partnered, no problem whatsoever, no questions asked, very simply. Or if he just means that, hey, if you stream BDO and you stream pretty consistently, you'll get partnered. Maybe he means both, who knows? I don't believe in either way. So we might be getting into BDO streaming. I'm gonna give it a shot again, and it's gonna be a situation where I kind of stick with my own schedule. I've been sticking with the schedule kind of consistently. Kind of an L that I release a video saying I stream at a specific time and then Blue goes to check for it and I'm not live. Massive L there, but it is what it is. We'll be streaming on the days, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, starting at 12 p.m. How long we go depends on the day. It also depends on what's going on, and the only time that schedule is ever going to change is if we have to stream early for any specific reason on that day, whether it be a very big patch day or it be some form of news that happens at the crack of dawn that Sega likes to do for us consistently. So just keep in mind, those will be the stream schedules. If you're ever curious, you can always either check Discord or you can check the stream title. It should title when the next stream is going to be. That's pretty much going to be it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to toss in the comments below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, sub if you want to keep up with more. As always, thanks you guys to the channel members. You guys are fantastic, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, my friends. Peace out.